And 7 astronauts blasted off shortly before sunrise. They're delivering thousands of pounds of supplies and experiments to keep the station running long after the shuttles retire later this year. Police in Calexico, California, say yesterday's 7.2 magnitude earthquake damaged buildings that were built in the 30s and 40s and not retrofitted for a strong quake. 2 people died in Mexico. Chinese TV is showing images of rescuers in tears hugging each other as more than 80 miners are pulled from the flooded mine where they had been trapped for a week. The miners were wrapped in blankets as they were hurried to ambulances and then taken to nearby hospitals. Tiger Woods has had a relatively quiet arrival at Augusta National in Georgia for the Masters golf tournament, but some say the serenity will wear off today. He'll be answering reporters' questions directly for the first time since news broke of his extramarital affairs. It's his first tournament back. Automaker BMW Manufacturing Company is planning to hire about 200 temporary production and logistics workers at its South Carolina plant. The Greer plant makes BMW's X5 and X6 models and will begin production on the X3 later this year.
You know, I didn't know BMW made an X6.
I hadn't got that far up.
I knew. I mean, the 5 I thought was the big SUV, and the 3 was the mini SUV. I didn't. That X6 must be like a tank.
You think so?
Maybe it's the SUV one.
No, that's the X5.
That's the X5.
Yeah.
Oh, so this is like an Expedition.
Well, maybe this is the extended version.
Maybe that's it. It's the Tahoe version. That's it.
The Army is opening a new school to help soldiers cope with the stresses of military life. The new school, opening today at Fort Jackson, is expected to help the troops overcome repeated deployments and wartime strains. And President and Mrs. Obama will host thousands of children as the White House puts on its annual Easter egg roll today.
That seems late.
The White House, well, they always do it the day after Easter. Always.
Okay.
The White House will provide 14,500 hard-boiled and dyed eggs.
I use all the eggs that are left over from the vice president's Easter egg hunt on Sunday.
Ones he couldn't find.
Yeah. By the way, Reese Witherspoon and Mariska Hargitay are special guests.
That's a fun name to say.
They're going to be reading to the kids at the Easter egg hunt today.
Oh, that's cool.
And
what are the Solari's doing?
They'll be there. They'll have
They're
a basket.
crashing something.
And Justin Bieber.
Yeah, that's that little 16-year-old sensation.
I'd never heard of him until last week when you were complaining about
And
having to
now
take your son.
You can't go in and read anything without seeing his
In
name.
the last week, it's like his name is at the beginning of every story that pops up.
He's huge right now. He is bigger than Hannah Montana.
Well, obviously, that wasn't.
Well, I'm saying that's big in the childhood world.
Oh, I see. Okay. Well, he must be, because he's singing at the Easter egg hunt today, along with the cast of Glee.
I bet that'll be fun. I can't wait till I get to go see him in August in Charlotte.
That's what I'm saying. I'd never heard of him until you brought that up. Yeah. I'm glad you and Jen got tickets.
No, it's
7:05 at WEZLCrew.
If you love inshore or offshore fishing,